So we are now being live streamed. So today is Tuesday, August 17th. It's 10 a.m. and we're gathered here today for another Tuesday Talks session with the local church communicators. Today's kind of a special one because it's the first time, I think, that I've sent the invitation out to all of the clergy that we have in our database. I think it was just all active clergy, not retired. Hopefully I'm correct about that. Although, I mean, heck, who knows what people are doing? There's many retired clergy that are still actively working at churches, whether it's volunteering or as an assignment in retirement. So no harm done. If you are receiving this email now once a week, well, technically twice a week, I send it out first as a meeting reminder and to give you a heads up about what we're going to be talking about. And then after the meeting, I send out a follow-up email that lets everyone know, all the details that we covered during the meeting. So there's usually additional links and other information that maybe there was a question about. So that gets included in the follow-up email. All right, so without any further ado, actually, does anybody have questions at this point before we get started? Comments? Okay, then I'll go ahead and get started. The first item that I mentioned was about grants, and I'm going to share my screen to show what it is. Oh, wait a minute, this one. Where to go to find out what information we have at this moment or at any moment about grants. As things get developed, go to dscumc.org/grants. You would go here, like if you're starting a new ministry, if you're needing to, I don't know, in some cases, like with COVID and the pandemic, we all needed to start like upgrading our equipment, maybe learning some new technology. There was all sorts of stuff that needed to happen at the local church level. And so different grants were created to help, like this COVID-19 rapid response grant. We also did some technology support or tech support grants, which was sometimes used to purchase equipment and sometimes used to provide one-on-one support with your church with a tech-savvy person to help you set up stuff. So this is where you would go to find, well, what do we have available? And if you don't see what you're looking for, we've got contact information as well for different individuals, which I see, yes, it does need to be updated. So we've got contact information here that will get updated, including the contact information for Billy Fidlin, which you might not know is a really good, very experienced grant writer. She made it possible for many of our ministries to happen, I guess, because she connected them with different funds. She's written for getting, what are they called? They are called, let's see, students at universities that sometimes volunteer or get paid little, but it's part of their learning experience. What are those called? They're not temps. They are... What are they?
Interns.
Yes, thank you. Interns. She can help with connections, with connecting your church with interns that are maybe working in communications or something else. I know the ones that she did before weren't really communications related, but just so you know, don't think that it's only about this one item. So check out dscumc.org/grants. Right now, Billy Fidlin is on vacation, so you could still send her an email and she'll get back to you when she comes back. She'll be back, I think she's done at the end of this month. Okay.
September 1st.
September 1st, thank you. All right, questions about that? Okay. So I want to also mention at this time, when I send this kind of information out, sometimes it's just because this is the right time to be thinking about it. So occasionally there's questions or prompts about what are you guys doing for Advent season, for, I don't know, Thanksgiving, for whatever the season may be. It could be something like that that we can all share about. And sometimes I send it because I just got an email question about in this case, grants. What grants do we have available? So I shared that link. And so I always try to share it with everyone else, because if one church is thinking about it, I'm sure it would be useful for many others. And the other piece that I had shared was about the postcard printing, which I had received an email from Outreach about the 25% off. They do this on a regular basis. It seems like it's maybe 2 or 3 times a year that they offer this discount. I'm sharing it again because of that question about what grants are available right now. And I figured this kind of sort of relates to that, because I didn't know what they actually needed. But I want to clarify in case you guys are not aware. So Outreach is a printing company that I guess partners with the United Methodist Church. They are not affiliated with the Desert Southwest Conference. I'm going to share my screen again. And it's this one. So it's sometimes, and they're really not part of the United Methodist Church at all. It's just the organization that offers discounts for our churches. And just like what I try to do with you guys through Tuesday Talks, share with you, oh, hey, I found out about this, I found out about that. United Methodist Communications does similar by sharing information from Outreach that they have kind of secured a special discount for our churches. So they've got all sorts of different things that they offer, but this is not a United Methodist organization. What else? And so I have seen on Facebook where churches are concerned. So I want to make you guys aware, if you decide to take up Outreach on their 25% off on postcard printing offer, Outreach does have a faith statement, I guess, or belief statement that does not align with the Desert Southwest Conference or many of our churches. I'm simply passing on information that I receive, but I totally understand why many of our churches would not want to partner or work with Outreach or take advantage of this discount, because it could seem like you're supporting their beliefs. I'm not going to argue one way or the other, just passing on information, do with it what you will. So similarly, there's, not about anti-faith state or it wasn't an anti-faith statement. Belief statements that don't align with ours. So this is not similar about that. It's similar in that this is something else that I got information about, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys, because as local church communicators, I'm sure, Deposit Photos has this tool, free, absolutely free. You do not have to sign up for anything ever to use this. You upload your tiny little image, your kind of blurry image, your yucky little image, but it's, dang it, the only image that you have of some ministry that happened, and you've got to put something in the newsletter about it or create a video for it. And so you've got to work with what you got. I've never seen something like this. All you do is you upload your image here in this blue button. Not only does Deposit Photos make your image bigger, it also cleans it up. It makes it a nicer, prettier image. So I thought this was amazing. It's totally free. Had to share it with you guys. Okay, next item. Okay, then I also had a question about Zoom recordings. So for those churches or ministries that have a Zoom license under the Desert Southwest Conference account, the email that you received has step-by-step instructions on how to change your auto delete settings, because if you have a license through the Desert Southwest Conference, you do have what's called an enterprise level license, which allows you to have unlimited storage for, so your recordings can last till whenever you want. But the default setting is to delete, I think it's after 120 days. Okay, thank you. So I don't know, I think that's plenty, but there could be instances where, no, this is something that we want to have available for the whole year. So the step-by-step instructions show you how to go into your account and change the settings so that it doesn't delete new meetings from the point where you change the setting on. your meetings will not get deleted, or it'll get deleted based on whatever number of days you set. It doesn't affect the previously scheduled meetings. So if you had a reoccurring meeting for, let's say, worship or whatever else, that's not going to change. I think you'd have to go into that specific meeting. Yes, and that was the second set of instructions that shows you how to go into that specific meeting and change it so that it doesn't get auto deleted. So that's kind of important. I don't know that everyone was aware of that. So it's a good thing to know. All right, next item. Okay, so local church learning from UMCOM. I shared with you guys a link that takes you go here. This one, like our grants page, gets updated all the time. I don't know if they have a set schedule or if it's just whenever they have something new, they add it here. Save this link. It's going to be your go-to place if you're being asked to do something that you've never done before, but now the church says, yeah, you're the person. We need you to do this. Check out this page. Don't be afraid to email me asking about, do you have a solution for this? Do you know if some other church is doing blah, blah, blah? I'll include that as a Tuesday Talk question. I'll always try to respond immediately or as soon as possible with whatever information that I have handy. But then, as I've done in the past, I'll also include it in Tuesday Talks because our churches have so many different creative, amazing solutions, and I don't know it all. So this is supposed to be a kind of a team effort, cross collaboration, group sharing. I'm just sharing the stuff that I've received from churches. So don't think that I do have all the answers. All right, questions about that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop sharing real quick. And let's see what else. Nope, that's all that I had. Let me make sure I cover everything. Yeah, that's it. So, wow, 10:12. That is a record. My goodness. I just love it when it goes through really quick. And I mean, I felt like it was a lot of content to cover, but we got through it because I know you guys are busy. I'm busy. People in my house are busy, I think, making snacks. I don't know. So I'll let you guys get back to your work. Please don't hesitate to send me an email, give me a call, whatever. If you need some help on something, or if you have a great idea to share, let's communicate. All right, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, wonderful week, and